All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. One of the top stories from the first half of this Major League Baseball season was a turnaround of the Arizona Diamondbacks, who, after three consecutive losing seasons, looked like they'd be postseason bound as they were in first place in the National League West. But as the Diamondbacks were able to hold off the Los Angeles Dodgers in the NL West during the first half of the season, they've fallen out of contention for the division crown at least, while the Dodgers, on the other hand, find themselves in an all but too familiar spot. Since the All-Star break, the Dodgers are 20 and 8, and they're now enjoying a 12 and a half game lead over the now third place Diamondbacks in the NL West and an 8.5 game lead over the second place San Francisco Giants, as what once appeared to be a three-team race coming down the stretch for the division crown in the National League West has once again turned into a runaway in favor of the Dodgers, as they are well on their way to winning the division for a 10th time in the last 11 years. With all of the focus in the National League this season, or the bulk of it at least, being on the Atlanta Braves, and rightfully so because they are a darn good baseball team, the Dodgers have been quietly going about their business as they're once again on pace to win 100 games for the fourth time in the last 5 years. This one has been a little bit tougher for the Dodgers. You think about it, they just ran roughshod over everybody from the word go last year. A lot of turnover on this roster. We saw longtime staples such as Justin Turner leave in free agency. You think about all of the injuries that the Dodgers have had to deal with this year, but they've still got plenty of talent to work with for manager Dave Roberts in LA. You got the likes of Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, and a newcomer, JD Martinez, to this lineup, and a veteran such as Will Smith as well. So many injuries in this rotation as well, but the Dodgers have continued to stick it out. And the Dodgers, they're just one of those organizations. They are a well-oiled machine. They know how to bring guys up and through their system. They know how to develop talent. And when it's all said and done, this is why the Dodgers are consistently winning every year. And this is why the Dodgers are consistently in contention to win the World Series. So, looking at things right now, obviously the Dodgers are once again going to be postseason bound, and of course, the question is going to be how dangerous will this team be? I'll tell you this: obviously, there's still plenty of baseball that has to be played between now and the start of the postseason. But one thing we know for sure: the Dodgers are going to the playoffs, and the Dodgers are going to win this division. There's no way in the world they're going to blow an 8.5 game lead over San Francisco at this point of the season, especially along the fact that we don't have as many divisional games as we once upon a time did. Used to be 19, now it's just 13, so it's not as easy for a divisional foe to catch up and make up ground. With that said, obviously the Dodgers they're going to have their eyes set in the postseason. They're probably going to be locked into that 2 seed. I mean, they are a couple of games behind the Braves for the top spot in baseball. But nonetheless, you look at this Dodgers team, you think back to last year, they ran roughshod over everybody, and then they ran into a buzzsaw in that divisional round against the San Diego Padres. And obviously, that's something that's going to be on the minds of the Braves as well, because they were the top two teams in the National League last year, and both of them were one and done. But in the case of the Dodgers, I think this year more than last year. I think they're flying under the radar a little bit. I think the last 2 years, the Dodgers were on everybody's radar due to the fact that, hey, they just won the World Series in 2020. They had a darn good team in 2021 before they lost to the Braves in the LCS. And then last year, getting dumped out by the Padres in the LDS. Nonetheless, I think this Dodgers team is once again going to be formidable. They're going to get guys back for this rotation. They're going to get guys back for this lineup, and it's just a matter of everything clicking at the right time. We just have to wait and see if that is going to be the case for the Dodgers come postseason. But nonetheless, the Dodgers continue to go out there and take care of their business. The Diamondbacks still have a shot to make the postseason. Don't get me wrong. They're 3 games out as they enter play today for the final wild card in the National League. The Giants are in possession of one of those wild card spots, but the Dodgers, on the other hand, it's all about winning your division and getting that first round bye, and they're well on their way to once again doing it. So just when you thought that Arizona was going to be able to find a way to hold off the Dodgers, they've cooled off while the Dodgers have kept on charging. They made some key acquisitions at the trade deadline with the likes of Lance Lynn and Joe Kelly to, shore up that pitching staff a little bit more. Like I said, they're going to get guys back. And I really do think the Dodgers are once again going to be a very tough out when October rolls around. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to take this time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it'll be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. Now, you can check it out. Drop a line and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So, once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin, and I'm signing off. And I'm saying take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.